Hi guys, I hope everybody is keeping well. I wanted to put a flow class up here for you, so join in. All right. We're gonna start in child's pose, taking the knees nice and wide, bring your big toes together. And you can either reach the arms up in front of you, you can rest them back along the sides of the body, whatever feels best. I can take my forehead to the floor, I can stack my fists, use a block. Just start by taking a big inhale. And then open the mouth, take a nice loud exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Keep the mouth closed, but same texture, same tone. Exhale by your nose. And then inhale, come up on to your hands and your knees, setting up into a tabletop position, creating a little bit of support here. Okay, lift your sit bones, lift your gaze up as you breathe in. And as you exhale, ground and curl in. Inhale, lift the sit bones, roll the inner thighs back, chest up, and exhale, curl in. Good, breathe in. And exhale, round. Try closing the eyes. Inhale, lengthen. Notice the temptation to want to move from the eyes first, and see if instead you can start the movement through the hips, through the pelvis, and let the head be the last thing to go on both your inhale and your exhale. A couple more like this. Of course, adding in any sort of movements that your body kind of calls or craves for. And then we're going to do a bit of a breathing exercise. So I inhale, the sit bones lift, the gaze comes forward and up. Open the mouth as I exhale. I'm going to round my spine. Forceful breath out. Hold the breath out. Stretch the spine nice and long first, and then inhale, float the seat, lift the head. Open the mouth, exhale. Straighten the spine first. Inhale. Exhale. Hollow out the navel, pull in. Long spine. Breathe in. 2 more. Curling the toes under, pressing the hips back down, dog. I can pedal the knees a couple of times, spread the fingers wide. Maybe checking in that the index finger points forward. And it's as if I'm dialing the knuckles of the index fingers into the floor as I press down through them, grounding into the outer edges of the pinkies as well. Go ahead and walk your feet forward towards the top of your mat. Keep your feet about hip width apart here. Bend your knees and just either grab opposite elbows, hands to the floor. I can place my elbows on top of my knees, or maybe even the hands behind the head here. Right, bend the knees as much as you need. Shift a little bit of weight forward towards the balls of the feet. Right, so we're pressing down gently through the heels, rolling a little bit of weight forward. Relax the jaw. On every breath in, almost like you had 2 ginormous nostrils on your shoulder blades, feel the skin widen across the back of the ribs. And as you exhale, very gently press the fronts of the thighs to the backs of the legs. My hands will find their way back down to the floor. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine, maybe sliding the hands up to the shins. And exhale to fold. Press into the feet, inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands, palms together, Samasthiti. Take an inhale, stretch the arms over the head, catch the left wrist with the right hand, and press in up and over to the right here. I can even relax the muscles in the back of the neck, maybe let my gaze travel towards the left. Inhale, come on up. Right arm under the left. Eagle Garuda Asana arms. Lift your chest. Bend your knees and fold forward. Okay, keep the muscles in the back of the neck relaxed. Keep the space nice and wide across your collarbones here. Again, like you have those ginormous nostrils on your shoulder blades. Really breathe into the back. Breathe into the side of your ribs. And then let your hands come down to the floor. Take an inhale, stretch the spine. Shift the weight to the left leg. Start to walk or lift the right leg into the air. And I can walk my hands forward as I need. I want to feel the inner and the outer edge of that back thigh lifting at the same pace. Bend your standing leg as much as you need. And pressing into the heel, but shift a little bit of weight forward to the ball of the standing foot. And then slowly step back towards warrior one. So I'm going to plant my back heel, reach the arms up over the head. Take the hands, interlace them behind your back. Okay, lift your chest, big breath in, and fold forward. Humble warrior. Let the upper body come forward. If it feels okay, maybe let the arms lift up towards the sky. Keep wrapping the outer left hip back. Smoothing the edges of your breath. And then come on out, press into the heel of your front foot all the way up. Hands to the floor. I'm going to step to the top of my mat and fold. Lift halfway, stretch the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms overhead. This time catch the left wrist with the right hand. The right wrist with the left hand as you come up and over to the left. Keep the muscles in the back of the neck relaxed. Now I can find a soft bend in my knees, but I want to lean the upper body back, really open through the chest here. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, left arm under the right, Garuda Asana arms. Bend your knees, fold forward. Okay, again, keep the muscles in the back of the neck relaxed, but widen the collarbones. Let your head hang heavy. One more breath here. Hands to the floor, big breath in. Shift the weight to the right leg, left leg starts to float towards the ceiling. Again, I can walk my hands forward. And I want to feel the inner, the outer edge of the back thigh lifting at the same pace. The muscles in the back of the neck are relaxed, collarbones away from hip bones. And then bend into the standing leg, step the left foot back. Breathe in, come on up to warrior one. Take the hands back, interlace your fingers behind your back. And as you exhale, come forward, humble warrior. Keep wrapping the outer right hip back. The muscles in the back of the neck are relaxed. I can let my arms float over if available. To come on out, press into the heel of that front foot. Breathe in. Hands to the floor, step forward to the top of your mat and fold. Lift halfway, stretch the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Float the arms forward, shoulder height. Lift up onto the toes. Bend your knees and then nice and slowly start to sit down on top of the toes. I want to keep my shoulders back. Lifting the insides of the knees. And then press through the feet, inhale, come on up. Lower the heels as you exhale. Take an inhale, sweep the arms up over the head. Bend the knees, fold forward. Lift halfway, stretch the spine. Hands to the floor, high plank. Take the right knee towards the right elbow and step back. Okay, take the left knee towards the left elbow and step back. Take a big breath in and then lower right down to your belly. Untuck your toes, curl up to cobra. As you exhale, hover your hands here. Okay, I'm going to plant my hands back onto the floor. Maybe inhale to lift just a little higher and slowly lower. Curl the toes, press up, high plank. And hips back, down dog. Now you always monitor your own resistance, whether it's to use the knees or to even skip that kind of high to low plank movement altogether. And to step my feet together, lift the right leg high to the sky, bend the right knee and stack the head. Okay, you can keep a bend in your left knee, but press your heel towards the back of the room. Lifting the inside of the right knee a little higher. Scoop up underneath that left armpit. And step the right foot through, warrior two, come on up. Okay, I'm gonna bend into my front knee here. Relax the muscles in the back of the neck, reach wide through the fingertips. Allow the back hip to come slightly forward. Take an inhale, exalt your warrior. And as you exhale, come back, warrior two. Do that again, big breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, exalt the warrior. And exhale, warrior two. Two more times. This time, stay here as you exhale. And then inhale, lengthen to the right side of the body. And come on back through center. I'm going to lean to the mirror and windmill just the arms. I can place the right elbow to the inside of the knee, push the knee back into the elbow, stretch the left arm up. Keep the muscles in the back of the neck relaxed, open through the chest. Either stay here or maybe sweep the left fingertips towards the front of your mat. Okay, look down to the floor. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, sit a little deeper. Big breath in, exalt your warrior. Hands to the floor, step back. Lower halfway or all the way. Chaturanga Dandasana, and use the knees as you need. Inhale, come through cobra, up dog. And exhale to press back, downward dog. And I step my feet together once again. This time my left leg lifts up. Bend the knees, stack the head. Keep the right shoulder lifted. So it's going to kind of want to drop in. I'm going to lift up underneath that right armpit. I can bend my right knee as much as I need, lifting the inside of the left knee just a little higher. And step the left foot through. Turn the right heel down and come on up again to warrior two. The back hip comes slightly forward and then bend nice and deep into that front knee. The gaze is soft. Exalt the warrior, inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Keep going like that, big breath in, exalt. Exhale, warrior two. Like you're moving the body through water. Inhale, exalt. Stay here as you exhale. Take a big breath in to lengthen through the side of your body. And then come on back through center. Lean to the top of the mat, windmill just the arms. So here I can place my left elbow to the inside of my knee. I'm going to stretch the right arm up. I can always place the elbow on top of the knee too, but as much as the elbow pushes the knee pushes back into the elbow, expanding the right fingertips to the sky. Muscles in the back of the neck are relaxed. Bring the sides of your throat back. And I can stay here or maybe sweep my right hand forward to the top of my mat. Gaze down. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, sit a little deeper. Exalt the warrior, big breath in. Hands to the floor, step back. Again, lower halfway or all the way, Chaturanga Dandasana. Cruise through Cobra or up dog. And press back, down dog. Spread the fingers wide. Press into the knuckles of the index finger, anchor into the outer edges of your pinkies as well. And again, I can bend my knees as much as I need, but I want to pull the lower belly in to help to lift the hips a little higher. Okay, lift up onto your toes, peek forward. Bend your knees, step, jump, or hop to the top of your mat. Lift halfway, stretch the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, pull your hands, palms together. Samastitihi. Shift the weight to the left leg, bring the right leg up. And I take my knee out to the side. Spread the toes a little and hitch the heel forward. Bring your foot either to the inner shin or the inner thigh for Vrikshasana here. Hands, palms can come together into prayer. As much as my foot pushes my leg pushes my foot. And I want to root down from the narrowest part of the waist. Suck the stomach in, lift up through the tips of the ears. Breathe in, arms out, up over the head. You know, start to bring your hands, palms together. And if it's painful or at all in the neck, you can always bring your hands forward of your head. Okay, again, I want to relax the muscles in the back of my neck, but kind of hug in, press into the midline here. Take the right knee forward. Okay, lower the right foot beside the left. Bend your knees, pull your hands to prayer. Look down to your big toes, hook the right elbow to the outside of the left leg. Now, as much as my elbow pushes the leg, my leg pushes back into the elbow to twist. You know, find any variation you like here, whether it's to separate the arms, side crow. And then draw your outer right hip back. And then peek down, take an inhale to square your shoulders. Okay, bring the hands to the floor and start to hover that right leg into the air. I'm going to spread my right toes, turn the foot open to the long side of the mat. Walk the left hand a little forward of the shoulder. Right hand can come to the right hip as I open up towards half moon. Right arm could reach up to the sky. Of course, you could always have your hand on a block. Now keep the muscles in the back of the neck relaxed, opening through the chest. And you know, I can have a bend in my standing leg. I want to magnetize the inside of my knee to my big toe and push down through the standing foot to feel that strength reach all the way, or send all the way back up the leg. Okay, take the right hand to the floor. Square your shoulders first, or your hips first. Step your right foot beside your left. And fold. Lengthen, lift your spine. And fold. Come all the way up, big breath in. Hands to prayer. And to shift my weight to the right leg, the left leg comes up. You know, again, bring the knee out to the side, hitch the heel a little forward. Taking the foot, whether it's the shin or the inner thigh. So I'm wrapping the left sit bone under, hands to prayer. Draw the sides of the throat a little bit back. Almost like the back of the heart was giving the front of the heart this gentle nudge forward. Take the arms out up over the head as you breathe in. Eventually working your hands, palms together into prayer. Again, I can always bring my hands a little forward of my head as I need, want, or like. But finding that slight pressure in towards the midline. Okay, take the left knee forward. Step the left foot beside the right. Bend your knees and lower your seat. Hook your left elbow this time to the outside of the right leg. And now again, as much as I press my elbow to the leg, my leg goes back into the elbow to twist. Draw the outer left hip back. Hug the insides of the knees towards each other. There's almost this little sensation, as much as we hug the upper inner knees together, like we're pulling the inner thighs apart. Draw the low belly in to twist around the center channel of the spine. Okay, now again, we're going to transition to Ardha Chandrasana. So peek down to your big toes first, square your shoulders. Take a little bit of weight into the right foot, or all the weight into the right foot. Stretch the left leg up and start to turn your left toes open towards the long side of your mat. Now again, I can always have a bend in this standing leg, but I might even check it out. I want to see, does the knee want to buckle in, buckle out? Can I magnetize the knee to the big toe? Almost like a mag, and the big toe right back into the knee. Over time, as it's appropriate, you know, you can reach the left arm up. You can always take Japasya. You can play with any variation you like here. Wrapping the left sit bone under, press down through the right foot. And then peek to the top of your mat, square your shoulders, square your hips, and step your left foot beside the right. Take an inhale, lengthen your spine. Take an exhale to fold. Breathe in, arms up over the head. And exhale, hands to heart center, Samastitihi. Inhale, arms up over the head. Exhale, fold, bend the knees as much as you need. Lift halfway, lengthen the spine. Hands to the floor, step, jump, or hop to Chaturanga Dandasana, lowering halfway or all the way. Inhale through Cobra, up dog, and down dog. Take your right leg high to the sky, spread into the right toes, and hug your knee to your nose, rock forward and hover. Inhale, the right leg goes back and up. Exhale, the knee towards the nose, hover. Again, big breath in. And exhale, hover. Okay, take an inhale here. Pull the front of the hips up, and then as you exhale, step the right foot through to the top of your mat. Okay, stay high on the back toes. Crescent lunge, come on up. I can always keep my hands on my hips to kind of check in that the hips are square, maybe bending that back knee a little bit in order to make that happen. Relaxing
The back of the neck reaching up through the fingertips. Now go ahead and pull your elbows down to palm tree arms. Okay, now as I inhale, I'm going to hover my left knee and float my arms up. And as I exhale, I'm going to straighten that back leg, come back to palm tree arms. Again, inhale. And exhale. This time, inhale, arms up, hover the back knee, but stay here as you exhale. Okay, take a big breath in, pull the pubic bone to the belly button. And then bring your hands down to the floor and lower the left knee. Walk the right foot a little bit wider, and walk my right hand to the inside of my right foot. And I'm going to spread my right toes and roll to the pinky toe edge of the right foot. Draw the hips a little bit back as you come forward. So we kind of have this tendency to almost like drop into it. As much as I come forward, I want to reach my inner thighs back. And then whether I lower down, be it to my elbows, you know, again, I can roll into the pinky toe edge of this foot. I can kind of press a little bit into this knee, but I always want to monitor my own resistance. And if I'm looking for a little more oomph, I could even curl the back toes and lift that back leg. But really important to remember that deeper does not always mean better, right? We want to find that smooth texture in our breath. And go ahead and come on back up onto your hands here. Curl your back toes under and step towards high plank. Turn to the outer edge of the right foot and lift the left arm up to the sky side plank Vashisthasana. Now I can always lower my bottom knee. I could always step my front foot forward, lower the bottom knee, whatever feels good. And then left hand to the floor, down dog. Either stay in downward facing dog or inhale to a high plank. Exhale to lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, cobra up dog. And down dog. Take the left leg high to the sky. Hug the knee to the nose and hover. Inhale, left leg goes back and up. Exhale, knee to the nose. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Okay, stay here for a breath in. And exhale, lightly step the left foot through. High on the back toes, come on up, to crescent lunge. So again, my back hip stays forward, my left hip comes back to keep the hips square. I'm gonna reach my arms up, up, up. Grounding into the heel of the front foot, almost like you could press your instep down and forward. And again, I can always have a little bend in that back knee, no problem. Okay, begin to pull your elbows down to palm tree arms. And then inhale, hover the back knee, reach up. Exhale, palm tree arms, straighten the back leg. Again. Stay here as you exhale. Take an inhale, hug the inner thighs together. And then slowly lower your hands to the floor. Lower the back knee, toe heel this left foot a little bit wider, so the left hand comes to the inside of the left leg. Again, I'm gonna spread my left toes, and it's more like a Barbie foot here, right? Like you're spreading the toes and then flexing the foot, kind of like a point. And a roll to the outer edge of the left foot. I can tuck or untuck the back toes as I start to come forward. Again, think of pulling your inner thighs back as you come forward. So whether that's maybe down to the elbows, whether I want to hover that back leg, whether I want to play with a little bit of a twist here, monitor your own resistance. 3 more breaths. Okay, come on back up onto your hands. Step back, high plank. Turn to the other edge of the left foot this time and reach the right arm to the sky, side plank. Now again, I could always step that front foot forward. I could lower my left knee. Now find the version that suits my body best. And then right hand to the floor, down up.
You can either stay in your downward facing dog or rinse it through the vinyasa, inhaling to high plank.
Exhale to lower halfway or all the way. Curl through cobra up dog. And press back down dog.
Take the right leg high to the sky. Right knee towards the right elbow. Hover. Right leg goes back. Right knee to the right elbow. One more time, big breath in.
Okay, right leg goes back. Right knee, right wrist, pigeon. And then curl my back toes under and shimmy that left leg back. Now, of course, if this doesn't feel good on your knee, you can always thread the needle. You can always slide a block or a pillow underneath your seat here. I might press a little bit into the top of the back foot, lift the chest first, and then come forward. Grounding into the top of the back foot. Almost as if you could pull the left thigh bone slightly forward. Again, you can let the head, you can let the neck relax. But as if I had my fingers hooked into the front of your ribs, right in those intercostal muscles. With each breath in, like I was lifting the front of your ribs into the back of the body. So we want to observe that kind of tendency to kind of like sink in. And instead use the breath to lift up against that very natural, that pull, that force of gravity. As to direct the breath where it is you'd like it to go on your exhale. Nice and slowly, come on up. I'm just gonna shift my weight out to my left hip here and take my right leg around. Now I can take my left foot, my left foot all the way up from my right leg here, stacking the knees, and I can always straighten this bottom knee as well. I wanna set up onto the pinky toe edge of my left foot, take my right hand to the left knee and left hand behind for a little bit of a twist here. Okay, come on back through center. Breathe in, lift your chest. And as you exhale, start to fold forward.
Whether I want to walk my hands forward, you want to let my head rest. Again, as if you have those ginormous nostrils on your shoulder blades, really inhale to the back of the ribs, specifically the left side.
Nice and slowly come on up. You can take your left ankle over your right. Now I might lean back onto my sitting bones, squeeze the heels in. Take the hands out in front of me, step jump or hop back. If of course that doesn't feel good, you can always just swing your legs around you. You can rinse it through the vinyasa or you hold in downward facing dog.
Take your left leg high to the sky.
Left knee towards the left elbow. and press back.
Okay, left knee towards the left elbow. You want to feel the left elbow magnetizing to the left knee as well. And one more time. Okay, left knee, left wrist, pigeon pose.
And I'm going to curl the back toes under. Always use blocks, use props as you like. And then slowly start to come forward as it's appropriate for you. Right? It might be available but not appropriate. And that's your call too. Right? We always monitor our own resistance. You know, there's a great saying that, you know, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And there's an even better one that says when the student is ready, the teacher disappears. And I'm not putting myself in the place of the teacher. These postures, these poses, they're our teacher. And we learn them, we learn the shapes, you know, the form. But the postures are here to help to teach us about our body. About that, to, you know, decode, deprogram, and all kinds of good stuff. So we want to, you know, set it up and then also give ourselves permission to explore. To move into the places that maybe are a little stickier for us. To lean into those places of slight discomfort, but to stop before it gets dramatic. And the way we can navigate that is by always coming back to the breath. Right? If you're having a hard time breathing, that's the body's way of saying, ease back. Ease back, let the breath open the doorway for you to explore. Okay, now I'm going to come back up onto my hands here. And I shift out to my left hip, take my right leg around, so I can bring my right leg over my left, more or less stacking the knees here. And I'm going straighten that bottom leg too, flexing the foot. So I'm propped up onto the pinky toe edge of my right foot here. Left hand to the front of the right knee, a little bit of a twist. Keep the muscles in the back of your neck relaxed. And then come on back through center. Sitting up nice and tall, exhale, fold forward. Whether it's to take my hands to the floor, rest my head, I get stuck with fists. Then notice and just observe. Be really curious here about the places of your body that are maybe, you know, a little more hesitant to accept the breath, to accept the space. And again, ease out a little bit, but very gently inch into the edges of that space. You know, with each breath in, there's this expansion. Every exhale, there's a natural drawing back in, so there's this very subtle invitation to explore. And slowly come on back up. And bend the knees, I'm going to grab the backs of my thighs here. Rocking back onto the sitting bones and slowly bring the shins up. So I can stay here in boat pose. I'm going to hug the inner knees together. And sort of like when we were doing our revolved chair, it's like you're hugging the inner knees together, but you're slightly pulling the inner thighs apart. I can reach my arms forward. I can take my legs up. You know, the back of the heart giving the front of the heart that gentle nudge forward. And then slowly bring your feet back to the floor. You're going to shake your hands back behind you, spin your fingers forward, press the hands, press the feet, start to lift the seat. Doesn't matter how high the hips go. If it's okay, I'll let my head go back. Imagining like you could drag your heels to your hands to your heels. And then chin comes in, slowly lower the seat. Reach the arms forward and then come on onto your back here. Okay, I'm gonna walk my feet in. Now here, I kind of want to brush my fingertips. The rule is that you more or less want to press the middle fingers towards the back of the heels. But again, a rule is only a rule until we choose to break it, right? So I can stay there. If it feels better, take my feet forward or backwards by all means. Keep the hands, palms on the floor for a sec. Press into the feet and just start to lift your seat here. And then slowly lower. And again, press down through the feet, lift the seat. And slowly lower. This time as you lift your seat, I'm going to bring your right arm up over your head. I'm going to bring my knuckles to the floor. And I can always take palm tree arms if it's jarring in the neck or the shoulders at all. Okay, take a moment here, ground into the feet, really lifting the back of the seat. And then I keep my arms as is and slowly, slowly, slowly lower one vertebrae at a time. Just feel the sides of the waist release a little differently. And then once I reach the bottom, I'll take a big breath in here. Press into your feet slowly, slowly, slowly. Come on back up. And then lower the hips and lower the right arm down as well. Okay, this time hips come up. I'm going to lift my left arm up and over my head as well. Again, option to take that arm into a palm tree arm to bend the elbow as you like. So you can keep this right hand more or less down. The knuckles of the left fingers touch the floor. Now I'm going to keep my arms as is. Even think of lifting the tailbone a little bit up towards the ceiling as you slowly release vertebrae by vertebrae, coming all the way down. Okay, once I reach the bottom, I'm going to take a breath here. And then press into the feet, start to lift the seat. And nice and slowly lower the left arm down as well. Lower the hips down. Okay, you can take the feet wide, rock the knees together. We're going to do one more back bend here. So I'm going to keep my feet about hip width apart. Maybe my hands on the floor, maybe even palm tree arm, or not palm tree arms, kind of robot arms here. Press into the feet, start to lift the seat. Now you'll notice the butt wants to get a little greedy, and it's not, the glutes are working, don't get me wrong, it's just not 100% happening from there. So kind of like a reverse table, I want to drag my heels to my shoulders so I feel the legs as well. I can always stay here, I can reach down, I can interlace my hands underneath my, kind of looping my shoulders underneath the body, working the pinky fingers towards the floor. Keep the chin right into the chest. Okay, I can stay here, or if I want to go up into Urdhva Dhanurasana, I can take my hands alongside the ears, and on an exhale, I'll press my way up. Urdhva D, you'll release at your own pace. And then slowly lower down. Take the feet nice and wide, knock the knees together, and you can kind of windshield wiper the knees here a little. Okay, go ahead, hug the knees into the chest. Just give yourself a little squeeze here. And interlace my hands on top of my right leg and stretch my left leg all the way out. Breathe into the lower back. And as you exhale, pull your knee down. Again, send the breath right down into the base of the spine. Right sit bone magnetizes to left heel. And exhale to pull. One more time like that.
Breathe in, draw the sitting bone to the right heel. One more time. Okay, both knees lift up. I'm going to grab the backs of the knees, lift my head to the knees, and then just start to rock forwards and backwards as you come on up to a seat. And I take the right leg out, reach the arms up over the head, turn to the right, and then extend down, either to keep the hands on the floor, maybe to grab the foot. You can tilt the chin slightly to the chest and fold over that right leg. Letting this left elbow be heavy. Come on back up. The right leg comes in, the left leg goes out. I can lift my arms, turn either hands to the floor, or maybe I grab the foot. Try to keep this right seat, this right knee down. You can always slide a block or a pillow under that knee to give yourself a little bit of support as well. Come on up through center. Stretch both legs out in front of you, and then just step your right leg over your left knee. I can either wrap my hand around, or I can hook my elbow to the knee. I can always bend this bottom knee as well if I like. Take an inhale, lift your chest, and as you exhale, twist. As much as the elbow pushes the knee, I want to feel the knee push a little bit back into the elbow. Maybe wrapping this right hand around as if to grab the left thigh with the fingertips. And then come on back through center, take the right foot forward, left foot over the right knee. Again, I can always grab the front, I can hook my elbow to the knee and walk the left hand back. Lift up to twist. Without changing the head or the neck, it's almost like you want to do a little back bend through your upper back. Go ahead and come on back through center. Straighten the left leg out, maybe slide your sitting bones back. Lengthen, lift up first. As you exhale, just go ahead and fold forward. Hands come onto the floor, I can grab the feet. I can hook my middle and index finger between the big and the second toe. And I want to flex my feet, pulling the pinky toes in line with the big toes. Let the head, let the neck relax. Again, like you have those two ginormous nostrils on your shoulder blades. Breathe in to feel the skin widen, to feel it stretch across the back of the ribs. And slowly exhaling to inch in just a little deeper. Come on back up to a seat. Slide your feet in. Reach the arms forward. And then nice and slowly just lower down vertebrae by vertebrae. All the way down. From here, I can bring the soles of my feet together. Let the knees open wide. Take one hand to the stomach, one hand to the heart. Breathe in fully. And exhale completely. And big breath in. And slow breath out. relaxation here. So you can kind of press the back of the head into the floor, sort of tuck the shoulders underneath the body, get comfortable. With the eyes closed, roll the eyes towards your temples, as if you were taking a more peripheral range of sight behind your eyelids. And then bring your attention, bring your awareness into the thumb of the right hand. And as you just start to focus into the thumb of the right hand, notice any sensation that arises, whether it's a heaviness, a lightness, maybe a tingling. And just notice that sensation. And start to move that sensation into your index finger, into your middle finger, into your ring finger, and your pinky finger. Now feel into the palm of the hand, your awareness sort of swirling and spinning in the palm of the hand. And start to pull that sensation up the wrist, to the forearm, to the elbow, the upper arm, into your shoulder. Move it down the side of your waist, across the front of your hip, your thigh, the knee, the shin, the calf muscle, into the ankle. Feel the heel of the foot, the sole of the foot, the top of the foot. Right down into your big toe, your second toe, your third toe, your fourth toe, and your fifth toe. Just let the whole right side of the body relax. And then move your attention, move your awareness up to the thumb of the left hand. Again, you can kind of give yourself a second as the sensation percolates, arises. And then begin to move that sensation to the index finger, to the middle finger, the ring finger, and the pinky finger. Into the palm of the hand, feel it swirling and spinning in the palm of the hand. And you draw it up your wrist, your forearm, the elbow, the upper arm, to the shoulder. Down the left side of the waist, across the hip, the thigh, the knee, the shin, the calf muscle, into the left ankle. The heel of the foot, the sole of the foot, the top of the foot. Your big toe, your second toe, your third toe, your fourth toe, and your fifth toe. Let that whole left side relax. And then shift your awareness up to the top of the head, the back of the head, the sides of the head. Relax the forehead, relax the jaw. Again, imagine like you could roll your eyes towards the temples, take that more peripheral range of sight behind the eyelids. And feel the weight, the pull of gravity. And as you allow your body to rest really heavy here for one moment, just think of anything, something that you're grateful for. It can be anything. And as you begin to call on gratitude, this thing that you're grateful for, you just take note of any sensation that arises in your body. And whatever you feel and wherever you feel it, can you bring your awareness right into the center of that sensation? You know, as if you were trying to breathe it a little bit deeper with your breath. And so you come right into the center of this sensation, and as you inhale, expanding from the center out to the edges. Again, every exhale, there's that very natural drawing in. And the next breath, maybe a little bigger, a little deeper than the one before.
eventually, not only does that sensation expand beyond the edges of your body, but maybe even beyond the edges of the room. And know that, if and when the mind wanders, you can always start again. I invite you to stay here as long as you like. Just know that my recording is going to get cut off here. And so please pause, stay here, soak it up as long as you like, and know that as we take that time to travel inwards, we amplify our ability to expand, to connect out to those around us. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice. From my heart to yours. Namaste.